Polished rod failures.
Pumping unit alignment. First, we found bases that had erosion around them. This could lead to shifting of the base and thus moving the pumping unit out of alignment. Where we found this problem, we reset the base and unit in order to set the base at least 8 inches in the ground, which is now the tie downs had worked loose. Once again, we called out our local pumping unit experts to align the unit. The well was bled down into a barrel to comply with the zero discharge program so we could remove the stuffing box. Then all tie downs were loosened and a porta-power was put in place to move the unit. Here we see the polished rod moving in the pumping tee as the unit is aligned. Removing the stuffing box to check pumping unit alignment is critical. Looking to see that the polished rod is in the center of the pumping tee is the final judge alignment of the load cell. Its added height from the top of the carrier bar to the bottom of the rod clamp increases the potential of a bending moment. For these reasons, we chose to eliminate cup and dome washers in the level land unit. Over-torquing of the polished rod clamp can also be a problem. It can lead to stress risers and premature failure of the clamp bolts. Obviously, with a high percentage of failures occurring immediately below the polished rod clamp, we had to take a serious look at our clamps. Here is an example of an unlevel polished rod clamp. Even a credit card can fit under this polished rod without dropping it. It is critical not to drop the load cell. Damage could occur to the load sensor. The top load cell plate, a sprayed metal surface. The hard sprayed metal surface is very thin, so it is easily cracked by the clamp. Since the steel under the sprayed metal is softer, the crack is an initial level. He tightens the polished rod clamp to the manufacturer's recommended torque. If a torque wrench is not available, use a box end wrench to tighten the rod clamp as tight as possible without using an extended lever handle. The rod string is hung back on. It is important to recheck the level of the carrier bar and check for space between the top load cell plate and the contacts at equal linear speed. It is very important that we recalibrate the surface pump-off controller. We see field technician Noah goes an incorrect setting of parameters, which causes severe fluid pound. As a result of the fluid pound, it is flap within the guidelines and well optimization best practices recommendation. Diagnostic blap should be used to analyze the performance of a beam pumping installation to see that it is